way.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you have subscribing, and with Twitch, you have bits. How has your experience been with subscribing versus bits? Like, are either of those like your main source of income? Like, how has bits like changed? Because you have bits and you have tipping, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really curious to see your guys' experience with the implementation of bits and how tipping culture has changed. If you think so.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I hated bits when it first came out.
Really?
Yeah,
I laughed at bits.
So
I
didn't like because like in my experience, I never had a problem with tips, and bits were created to kind of get past the whole if somebody was to charge back. And PayPal has evolved, at least in my opinion. PayPal has evolved to where they know streamers and they know what's going on now, so that the streamer will win. Like every chargeback that I had, I won. And I never had a problem with it. I know some people have had problems and they probably get them more. And, that's why bits like made more sense to them. But I just don't see like, I'm just gonna be that type of person. I think that streamers lose money and monetization for their streams because of bits. Yeah, it's convenient. And yeah, sometimes Twitch does, give like little sales and deals and stuff like that. But in the end, PayPal only takes a small percentage where Twitch takes like 30%. So I'm not going to argue it because I have to use bits. So you might as well, if you can't do.
You mean in terms of what the viewers spending, not in terms of a cut of what you would be getting?
No. I'm talking about viewer spending. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, you don't technically have to use bits.
Technically, you don't, but you would be losing a lot if you didn't.
Yeah.
I think on PayPal, it's like 33% on the first dollar and then 2% beyond that up to a certain point. Then that changes again.
I honestly don't know the percentage, but it's certainly smaller.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm somewhere in the middle there. I don't mind bits. I think that it's another way where we can again, you're gonna hear me say this idea 1,000 times today. Monetization is not a way for you to make money. Monetization is about how you can build custom content for your community, specifically designed for the identity that you've built for your community. That's what monetization is at its core. If you follow that, if you do that,
I'm right in between the middle.
Right. So basically, here's the deal. Here's my perspective on bits. Is basically that bits is a new way, another way for you to do different content, to do, flavor it up and change it a little bit. Have I like axed PayPal? Have I changed the tipping thing? No, I have both of them, because why wouldn't you? They offer different things, right? The bit system has the messaging, but it doesn't have the same effects to it. Why that is, I don't know why, where it's like bits and the messaging system doesn't feel like it's as like poignant as the PayPal, messaging system is. But
what do you mean when you say PayPal messaging system?
So, it's customary that like when you get a tip, you read out the message.
Yeah, like going through like Streamlabs or Stream Elements or Muxy.
Yep, it's customary. It's an etiquette thing here. Bits don't, to me, maybe it's just me, but to me, they don't necessarily have that etiquette built into them. Unless it's like a crazy donation that's got.
Yeah, because it doesn't feel like at least when you're putting it in there, you're just typing in chat. And people say whatever they want in chat.
Yeah.
When you're constructing a separate message, you're like writing a thank you card, right? It's like it feels a little different.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the social element.
I think that very much is a social element. I don't know that it's something that it's like there is this reason why. It just hasn't evolved to that point, right? Where tips have. But my other argument is, and I'm sure it's not the most popular thing, but Twitch, if my money, if the viewers' money are getting split between me and the platform I'm streaming on, I'm okay taking a bigger cut, personally, because if Twitch isn't here, I've been streaming on this platform. That's kind of a big deal. It's a little bit of.
Well, that's certainly true.
You know, I'm okay with giving money to Twitch. The platform. We were talking about ads. Like Twitch doesn't make money on ads. Like they kind of do, but for the size that they are compared to the money they make on ads.
Well, they hopefully will be this coming year. That seems to be the intent.
With the Twitch Prime changes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're I think with the intention of rolling it out for affiliates on an individual basis, it's not going to matter much for affiliates. But when you look at the number of affiliates and being able to throw ads out there, that's going to that immediately boosts numbers for Amazon to then pitch the pricing to marketers, right?
Yeah. In regards to like bits, like when I saw the idea, I just laughed because I was like, this is like so dumb. People are paying money for something just to give the streamer money when they can just directly do that. But it's interesting because it's actually like, I actually like bits and I buy bits and I give other streamers bits. It's fun. Like they've made it really, really fun. You know, with the emotes, you get badges, there's cheer modes. Like
you get badges,
and that plays into the same thing that you were talking about before, which is like, what does Twitch offer on just on the side of Twitch itself to incentivize stuff? And the badges is one of them. So with subbing, with cheering,
there's like limited emotes that you can unlock.
Yeah, and like, having animated emotes formally and officially on the platform, like and you have that tied into monetization. That's also really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they definitely
they've done such a good job.
They definitely, they use bits and they market it really well to get more people to definitely and incentivize them to get bits on the channel. Like even with just like getting bits for free, like watching ads and stuff.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah, people do that all the time. That stuff adds up.
Oh yeah, they just did the Jack Ryan thing where you watch,
they can take surveys and like get 100 bits from.
I have a few people with who have paid $0 for their cheer. For bits and have over $100 badges in my chat. Several people who've never dropped a dime.
Yep.
It's that and that's money that came into the stream. That's money that I got to use for the business.
Yeah. We actually have like an article about that I'll link in chat for anyone.
Nice.
What? But yeah, watching ads. Then they did the Jack Ryan thing where it's like you watched one episode for 400 bits. Like that is ridiculous.
I totally missed that. That's awesome.
I did. It was really quick.
A lot of people from my chat told me like, oh, just go and watch this video and like you get 400. And I'm like, okay, they just had it up and then they left, and I was like.
That's kind of the interesting thing about having an ecosystem umbrella, right? Is Amazon, Twitch, us gets to have these ways that it all kind of intermingles. Like Amazon's getting something out of that, Twitch's getting something out of that, we're getting something out of that, and viewers get that participation in content. Like it seems to be, and it's probably not a perfect balance, and it probably never will be, but those opportunities exist where ideally everybody benefits, and it seems to work decently.
Yeah, it's interesting because with bits now, like I don't get tips hardly ever anymore. I get bits all the time, like throughout the day, but like tips have just gone way down, but bits have gone way up. Like it's completely replaced the system in my stream at least.
I have not seen that. I have not seen that, and I think it's very dependent on the stream.
Yes.
I have not seen bits have been a thing in my channel, but it's an ebb and flow of like occasionally people come in and then they're like chat gets focused on bits and it's all about bits because that's just what my community
that's what they're doing right there. Everybody's going in and buying them. Everybody's
doing bits. Okay, great. And then the next day, tips are different, right? I remember when the big thing when Muxie's Cup was terribly optimized before they optimized it. I had a community member. Yep, I had a community member who would literally sync the stream by just spamming as many 1 cent bits as possible in there in chat. Now, given my streams are hype, and that's what we do in my channel.
And there's comedy to it, and you're playing with that at the same time.
Right? I'm going nuts. I'm on the damn floor and stuff. Like it's all over the place. And in the meantime, I'm getting like 2 FPS. I'm like freaking out and streaming and stuff, and my CPU's going through the roof. And it would be a challenge to break the cup, right? Break the stream.
You actually just made
kind of things.
two really good points that I want to touch
Yeah.
on. The first one is with monetization, it's very much like something where if people see it, you're going to get more of it, right? Like if
Yep.
no one's cheering or no one's tipping, like it's dead, right?
Nobody
Until,
notices
like,
that it's missing.
right. Like it just, but then once someone tips or someone gives bits,
Everybody
then
can
it's
see
like
that.
it's very easily becomes like a chain reaction or like a culture, right? Like
Absolutely.
it's like something people need to see to actually do. So keep that in mind. Like you'll see, like, you know, as a streamer, a full-time streamer, you'll have these ebbs and flows where you just don't get anything for a while, and then you'll have like these weeks where you have like way over the top, you know,
Yeah.
in terms of revenue. So